Stay tuned to Cardinal Television. Commotion's coming up next. Hello and welcome to a spooktacular Halloween episode of Commotion, Cardinal Television's resident pop culture debate show. I'm your host, Rowdy Rob Sweet, and as always, our three panelists will be asked to comment on a variety of issues and give their rants, raves, and opinions on whatever they feel. Whoever argues the best will be declared the winner and get 30 seconds of FaceTime to talk about whatever they want. Let's meet our panelists for today. First, we have Caitlin Alexis Rodriguez Murphy. And then next up, we have Beaker from the Muppets, John DeMuro. And then third of all, we have Jeff Weinberg and whatever the heck you are.
My name is Jeff Weinberg, and I'm a zebra princess.
If you say so. Well, they're obviously dressed and ready to go, so let the commotion begin. So, Halloween is famous for candy, trick-or-treating, going door to door. It's one of my favorite parts as a kid growing up. So tell me, panelists, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Well, personally, I got to go with the classics. I've always been a Reese's person, nothing too creative. Just give me 4 peanut butter cups and I'm good for the rest of the night.
So just peanut butter cups in general?
Peanut butter cups, that's it.
All right. I mean, Reese's has a wide variety of products.
No, I got to go with the classics. I got to go with just the Reese's cups. I
got to respect that opinion, Alexis Rodriguez. But Mr. DeMuro, Beaker, you look like you've got an opinion. What do you got to say about this? What's your favorite Halloween candy?
All right, well,
do you make it yourself in the laboratory?
I do not make it myself. I mean, Dr. Bunsen always electrocutes me, so I try to stay away from the lab nowadays. But
stop sticking your fingers in the sockets.
That hasn't worked out for me too well. But I'm not sure how much Halloween candy I'm gonna be eating this year. I'm on a diet. I lost 20 pounds so far. But if I
Congratulations.
Thank you. But it's either got to be some sort of chocolate, Twix maybe, but then besides that, I'd go with the orange Tootsie Rolls. Orange, I mean, I got a lot of orange in me, so it kind of fits the theme.
Those are disgusting.
Disgusting?
They're
the best ones?
Disgusting.
They're the best ones?
They're disgusting.
When I get a bag of Tootsie Rolls, they got colors galore. I'm picking out the orange ones.
They're disgusting.
I don't know. I kind of like the vanilla and the strawberry. All right.
It's got to be orange.
I'm outside the box. But Jeff, pretty princess, zebra princess, what would you eat?
I'm really a Twix kind of guy.
Yeah?
I really
2
like
for you, none for anybody else?
Absolutely. That is how I roll. But, I mean, I don't even know what's inside Twix, but they're just, delicious.
Wait a minute. How do you not know what's inside Twix?
How do you know?
Well, it says it first on the packaging that there's caramel and, cookie.
But, I mean, it's just so good.
Have you not seen the left and right Twix commercials?
When I get it, I'm just so excited. I just want to get the Twix, and I just, tear right into it.
But aren't you like, wow, it tastes like a cookie with caramel in it and chocolate?
Well, obviously there's a cookie in it.
They explain in the commercials that one of the Twix...
Well, that's half the battle. You got cookie, then
chocolate. We got chocolate. I just wasn't sure about the last ingredient.
If you didn't know there was chocolate in it, then, I mean, you must be blind while you're eating it.
In the commercial, they explain that the left Twix, they cascade the chocolate in the Twix. And the other one, they caress the chocolate into the Twix. So they explain it all in the commercials. I don't know what the confusion is.
Back in the day, they used to have several different Twix flavors. Cookies and cream was a really good one. They used to have this white chocolate outside. But, I digress.
Guys, we're getting away from the point here. Just Twix. It's so good.
I think the bottom line is, just don't give me an apple. If you give me an apple, I am insulted. And I'm more than likely to think that they're probably, injecting it with something. Like they say, oh, kids, if the wrapper's open, it's probably injected with something. I'm thinking the fruit is going to be injected.
Yeah.
Give me candy any day.
True. Yeah, definitely.
Or else I'm going to egg your house.
I went to a house before they gave me a pencil.
What?
Trick or treat. They gave me a pencil. It was recycled. And I got a prayer once, I think.
I really hope you didn't try to eat that one, Beaker. But, okay. Well, moving on. Now, Halloween, some may not consider it a holiday. All Hallows Eve is a Christian holiday, but the way it's celebrated has evolved a lot from its roots. Do you feel that the celebration is still relevant, and do you feel like Halloween is an official holiday? Let's start with Beaker.
All right, well, it's not a national holiday celebrated, officially by the government or whatever.
It's not an observance.
Yeah, and I don't know much about All Hallows Eve, whatever, but it's definitely a commercialized holiday. I mean, kids have fun with it. They go to school. They like wearing the costumes and everything, trick-or-treating and all that. And, I mean, we're celebrating Halloween right now, are we not? It's got to be a holiday.
No, I dress like Rowdy Rob Sweet every day.
I mean, yeah, but this is my get-up I usually wear, too, because I'm Beaker, but...
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with that. I mean, it might not follow like the original All Hallows Eve kind of holiday, but it's morphed into something that's just pretty much fun. Like, I don't think we need to take it seriously like we would say like Christmas or something like that. But I don't think it really matters whether or not it's a holiday. I mean, if you celebrate it, you celebrate it.
Yeah, I mean...
For me, like, we're in the middle of like a tough time in the semester, especially so like we're going through midterms right now. At least I am, and so I really needed time to like just get away, relax with friends, and usually my teachers, like at least in high school, they didn't assign too much around Halloween time, and it was just a time to relax, like decompress.
Zebra Princess, do you still trick or treat?
You know what? I mean, I don't like to talk about that, but sometimes.
Do you trick or treat? Yeah. No. Okay, that is one thing I have to say. If you are old enough to drive and buy candy with your own money, you should not be trick or treating.
Wait a minute.
I'm dead serious.
You know, my last year of trick or treating was when I was 18 years old.
You know,
I am not ashamed to admit that.
No offense, but I stopped when I was 14.
I wanted candy.
Rob, I'm picking up
sorry,
what you're putting down right now.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely picking up what you're putting down right now.
All right.
Pretty sure you're trying to suck up to the host here in the show, but I mean...
Well, yeah, I am the decider on who wins this in the end. But, I mean, come on, John. I mean, you got something to say? I mean, All Hallows Eve.
I got a lot to say.
Do you get in the mood of, the trick part, not the treat so much? Are you all about egging people's houses?
I don't think I've ever been in the trick part of it.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
treats, I have been. I haven't been trick or treating in a while, but I mean, the bottom line, I think it's still a holiday.
I mean, a year is not a while.
No, it's been a lot more than a year.
Okay. But, so you think we're getting away from the Christian values, though?
I mean, more or less, I guess you could say, because you have those people who are like super religious that'll like absolutely not turn on their lights or stay away from my house. I don't trick or treat. So in a way, I guess, but if they really want to celebrate the Christian version of that, they have every right to celebrate the Christian version. Like, they don't have to just ignore the kids' version.
Mm-hmm.
That's also like the great thing about America. Everyone is entitled to their rights, and everyone is entitled to do whatever they want to do. That's like... That's
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Despite the Christian beliefs, I'm going to dress up like a devil. I'm going to go do some tricks and be kind of mean to little kids and steal their candy. So, hey, what can I say? Never mind its original meaning. But, hey, we got to take a commercial break. But when we come back, we've got more hot debates to go over with the panelists. Let's see if they can get into a little argument, get into a little commotion.
There's a monster in my bathtub. There's one on the couch. There's a monster on my bed.
Keep innocent things from triggering an asthma attack.
Please make the monsters go away.
Learn how to stop their asthma attacks at noattacks.org.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Commotion. I'm Rowdy Rob Sweet, and well, we're gonna get a little bit more serious, still talk about Halloween, but in the modern world, crime is more prevalent than ever, and the probability of disaster is pretty high. Do you feel that trick-or-treating is still safe in today's society? Jeff, I wanna start with you.
I absolutely think that trick-or-treating is still safe in today's society. Let's look at the kids that we have today, because they would be the main group that would be targeted, right?
Oh, of course. You would think.
Let's talk like freshmen down, like freshmen in high school down. All of these kids are gonna have telephones, things that will get them in touch with, say, like emergency contacts, like their mom and dad, or even the police force, like if necessary. And that's a huge aspect of it. So if there is something that's going wrong, if there is like say a robber or someone who's looking suspicious, then they can just hop on their iPhone and call someone.
Quick dial to mom, to dad, maybe 911.
Yep.
All you gotta do is hold down that 9. Beaker, you smell something in the air?
Well, I definitely think trick-or-treating is still pretty safe, but like in my neighborhood, if I still went trick-or-treating, I'd definitely feel safe. But there might be some neighborhoods, if there's a high crime rate or something, then it might not be safe. It kind of depends on where you are, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I'm honestly thinking it depends on where you are, because if you're, say, in the middle of nowhere, I mean, of course it's going to be safer to trick or treat than, say, statistically in like the inner cities.
It's gonna be a longer distance from house to house.
That's true, yeah. But I mean, I really don't think there's much of a difference. Like in the inner cities, if you still want to trick or treat, they usually have like community things. Like I know like the Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, they'll do community trick or treating. So even if you're not having to like, say, go out into the neighborhood, you can still trick or treat, and there's not that concern about the safety.
There's also with the possibility like rising in recent years, malls. I mean, I personally won't ever have my children go there, but
Yeah.
for people in bad neighborhoods, like go to a mall, go
True.
store to store.
And I also believe that even if you are, like, say, in a bad neighborhood, like, who's really going to go after young kids unless you're going to try and, like, take their money or something like that, unless you're trying to take the kid themselves.
Well, that could happen too.
Why?
I mean, that's happened in history.
Yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, like, that's why you bring your parents with you, right?
Here's
Like,
the
and
other
that's why you
side.
travel in a group, and that's why you have your cell phone on you,
Here's
right?
the other side of the coin. You brought up the kids in the first place. Now, with mass shootings, things like that, how about the people on the other side of the door? You answer the door. What if it's an intruder?
I mean, I can honestly see that because you do have a spike in robberies and different kinds of crime during kind of Halloween. So,
True.
I mean, if that's the case, I can almost understand why people don't want to celebrate Halloween. Going back to that, like maybe you do want to keep your door locked because you don't know who's going to come to your door, but like when you open it.
Right. And I mean, that would make
Yeah,
a great horror
Yeah.
flick, you know?
that's true.
Yeah.
But that doesn't have anything to do with going out. And like even if you have the people and you're looking through there could be someone out on the side, and they could be.
The question was just, is trick-or-treating safe in today's society? I think that encompasses every aspect of it, you know?
Yeah. I
John?
don't think. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, wait.
All right.
Good
Good
opinion.
answer.
Good opinion, John. With that said, we're gonna move on. Okay, an Ohio Halloween display caused major controversy due to its gruesomeness and location, being a block away from an elementary school. Have Halloween decorations gone too far? Is the new goal to simply draw attention due to controversy? Caitlin, you look ready to answer this.
Okay, I have a horrible sense of humor, and when I first saw this, as a 20-year-old, I thought it was hilarious. I'm just going to put that out on the table. I thought it was kind of hilarious. But I can see how, like, if you're a 5-year-old walking to an elementary school and you see a body bag hanging from a tree, I mean, I can see how that would be a little terrifying. But on the other side, I mean, it's their property. Whatever they want to do with it, they can do with it. It's kind of like in upstate New York, you're going to drive by people with dead deer hanging from their house, but even if it terrifies your children, you can't really say anything about it. And I actually think they ended up putting it back up, even though they took it down. So
We see blood and guts everywhere, right, John?
Okay, I saw this display. This one was definitely over the top. Like, I understand, like, expressing, Halloween, whatever, if you like Halloween, but even without being near elementary school, even this one was, which kind of made it worse. But without that, this one was still over the top. Like, it was like a torture chamber out there. Like, I'm not, like, queasy or anything with guts and stuff like that, but this one was definitely over the top, I think.
Well, wouldn't this make a zebra princess very queasy?
This would definitely
Can a
make
zebra princess handle this?
very queasy. It is a tricky subject because they do have the right to put whatever they want up on their property, but they are close to an elementary school. We're talking about K through 5, right? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, something like that.
These are kids we have PG-13 movies and rated R movies, so that these kids will not watch those types of things. And when we're exposing them to those right across the road from their elementary school, something that they can't get away from, it kind of can affect them. They're little kids.
well, it's true, but we can't make them
No,
take
we
it down.
can't. We
I'm
can't.
not disagreeing it's over the top, but I don't think they can make them take it down. It's kind of that.
Let me throw this out there. I went to a Halloween costume shop today so I could buy my wonderful kilt. Don't call it a skirt, it's a kilt. And walking in just the store itself, between the masks, the decorations, the costuming, it was a pretty gruesome place just to walk in. And you know families are bringing their kids into that store. What's the difference between walking into a store, walking by a house? I mean, I grew up with all types of decorations and costumes, and they're all pretty gruesome, like in a horror movie. Well, I turned out fine. I turned into a violent professional wrestler. I mean, but John,
if you're in the store, like the stuff is in the store, you can't really see it as much as the outside display was. Like,
you could look through the window and see it.
That's you have to get
walk in the mall and you just peek in the door.
And if you walk in, I know most Halloween stores even have them set up in like almost kind of like sets where they jump out and scare you and things like that.
Also that, but let's talk about how realistic this setup is. Like, if someone's gonna go, this one was realistic, and who knows? Like, that's a little kid walking by that for the first time in the morning. You're scared. You know, who knows? Maybe you're walking alone. Probably not.
Yeah, why can't?
I'd hope not. But it's just a bit over the top.
Yeah, they could just use like smiling pumpkins and stuff, like all the kid-friendly stuff. Like that's all they need to do.
Okay, well, coming from a Muppet, that makes sense. A pretty zebra princess being scared, yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. But we've got to take a commercial break, our last one. But when we come back, we're going to finish the debates and we're going to pick our winner. So we'll see you on the other side. And we're back on Commotion, and we're moving on to one of my favorite topics, favorite Halloween movies, because I love horror movies. I love the gross and grotesque. I love the blood and violence. Panelists, do you share the same passion for horror movies that I do?
I personally love the old-fashioned slasher movies. Like, my favorite Halloween movie has to be My Bloody Valentine.
Ooh.
I love that movie.
Oldie but a goodie.
Yes, that one's definitely on my top 5.
Considering your age, I'm surprised you popped that one out.
I saw the remake, and that made me see the old one. So.
All right, Rob. I know you are disappointed in me that I haven't really seen Star Wars. And you're going to be disappointed even more because I'm not really big into Halloween movies either. Until they make a Halloween Avengers, I'm not going to be big into Halloween movies. You know, maybe bring us some Howling Commandos, those kind of guys, Blade, all those guys. Like maybe those are the type of Halloween movies I would like.
Blade is vampires.
Yeah.
Out of all the Marvel,
yeah, I guess that one.
Out of all the Marvel ones, it would be the closest.
Yeah. But besides that, like I've seen like the remake of Halloween with Mike Myers. Maybe some Disney Halloween movies when I was a kid. Casper. Does that count? I've seen that a while ago.
I'd say Casper counts. I would expect that from the Pretty Princess, though.
Hey, guys. My favorite Halloween movie has got to be Cabin in the Woods. Got to be Cabin in the Woods. I think that it really involves a good like comedic ratio to scary ratio. I want to.
Is that Eli Roth?
I'm not sure.
I could be wrong, but I think that's Eli Roth, the man who created Hostel and grotesque movies like that.
True. Is Nightmare Before Christmas, that counts as a Halloween movie?
Is that a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
It's like borderline on both of them,
it's
right?
A hybrid movie, I guess.
I mean, Christmas is in the title, but it's very spooky.
Takes place during Halloween, doesn't it? At the start, at least, maybe. I can't remember.
It takes place during Christmas.
Oh,
not that I've seen it or anything.
And I respect your choices with Casper. Like, I do. I think we all can relate.
But yeah, I mean, they really need to go with the Halloween Marvel movie. I mean, I get my tickets, months ahead for that one. Bring in Living Mummy, those kind of guys.
Doctor Strange.
Man-Thing. Doctor Strange, that's kind of close. Pretty good. Sorcerer Supreme, have him come in there.
All right. Well, personally, since you guys, the only one that had a good one, I think, is Kaylin, in my opinion. But Cabin in the Woods is all right. But
okay.
A Nightmare on Elm Street
is
my all-time favorite. Freddy Krueger, he's got the knives, he's got the personality, he's the personification of evil. What do you think about that?
Nightmare on Elm Street's a good one. I saw that one probably when I was like 13, I think, but it's been really good. It terrified me, but I was probably too young to see it.
Not the remake.
I haven't seen Nightmare on Elm Street. I know Cecil wears a shirt that, I don't know if you've seen
Looks
that.
like,
It looks like Freddy
Freddy
Krueger.
Krueger.
I haven't seen that yet. I haven't been here that long. He says he's not wearing it anymore because he keeps getting made fun of. But that's the only thing I really know about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Before Cecil comes and shuts down the production, we're going to move on and go on to our next topic. The stereotype in recent years seems to be that Halloween costumes are made to be as inappropriate as possible. Females seem to be using more and more sex appeal each year, whereas men are moving towards costumes that are increasingly gruesome. They also seem to have gone more and more controversial, regardless of gender. One costume making some noise is one of Caitlyn Jenner that has been seen as offensive, and I'm sorry for laughing, Miss Jenner. Have costumes simply gone too far?
I mean, in regards of the sexual appeal for the female costumes, my opinion on this is if you choose to take wear a sexual costume and you've got it, then flaunt it, sister.
I don't
that's
mind
your
that
decision.
aspect of it either.
But I think we don't need to have the perception that all females have to wear. They should offer more than just the sexual costumes, because I have a feeling I'm the only one in this room who's been down the women's costume aisle probably in the past few years. And unless you want to be I don't know, slutty grandpa or something like that, there's really nothing much for you.
That might be a new costume by next year. Slutty grandpa coming to your neighborhood.
I think you just won the show on that one.
Come on, guys.
Jeff, what's your opinion on the slutty grandpa or the girls?
Well, I don't know.
You can't back up that one.
Do you think
my
girls
friend.
should be dressed in this way? I mean, do you think it gives them an excuse to let loose some inner inhibitions that they want to get out?
I mean, it's their choice at the end of the day. It's their choice, and I can't affect their what they're gonna do.
Do you enjoy it?
Do I enjoy it? I mean,
Say yes. Just say yes. That's all you gotta do.
Well, he
is
doesn't
that?
have to. If it's
Yeah.
his opinion, because if he's appalled by it.
I don't enjoy going out and seeing girls completely gone and just blacked out. You know?
Right.
They can't even control themselves, and I feel like if you're gonna go out and wear that costume, you definitely shouldn't be
But wait,
getting blacked out.
what do you mean? What does their costume have to do with them getting drunk?
It doesn't. It doesn't have anything to do with them getting drunk.
Oh, because you said if they're blacked out.
No,
shouldn't,
if they
wear
are,
that
if they
costume.
are, I'm just saying under the condition.
Well, I just don't. Yeah, I think if they want to get drunk, just play it safe. But
Yeah.
I don't think their costume has anything to do with that.
Do you think they should be dressing more like pretty zebra princesses?
Dude, I mean, come on, yeah. I think that.
You're saying you're prettier than these girls in these costumes.
Yes. Thank you.
That's a bold.
Thank
No,
you.
I'm asking you. I don't agree.
I am.
I'm sorry.
All I've ever wanted to be was a zebra ballerina, and now I am, and I'm happy to be it. And if they want to be, a very promiscuous cop, let them be a promiscuous cop.
All right. Well, I'm not so sure that I agree with you being very pretty, but we've got one final debate topic, kind of related to Halloween. Halloween's that one time of year you get to dress up like your favorite superhero. And Batman's a popular one, Superman's a popular one. And it just so happens next year these two are facing off in a big cinematic movie. So my question to you guys is, who would win in a battle, Batman or Superman?
Right. I'm taking this one first because I'm the superhero guy in the panel. I know Caitlin, you like superheroes too, but I'm taking over this one. I know I'm a Marvel guy. I mean, I occasionally watch DC. I mean, I'll go see Superman, Batman, all that stuff. But the way I see it, Superman can't be beat without kryptonite most of the time. So unless Batman is packing kryptonite as a utility belt, I don't see this as a fair fight at all. Batman, he's got gadgets and everything. He can fight, whatever, but Superman's got invisible strength, invincible.
Invincible.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
invisibility, he can see
he's
through
got
X-ray
everything,
vision.
basically. It's not going to work. I don't know how it's going to work out. I mean, Ben Affleck, good luck. You're not going to beat Henry Cavill.
Yeah, but okay, devil's advocate here. We haven't seen the movie yet. We got a good, I'm assuming, probably hour before they do the big showdown. Batman's a pretty smart guy. What if he gets a hold of the kryptonite? I mean, then Superman's over. Batman's got the advantage.
And let's also look at the fact that Batman has money. And in today's society, even in, assuming in a society of in a movie, money is power. And, Bruce Wayne might have the money to get the kryptonite. So who knows? It's chancy on who's going to win.
Okay. Now, have you guys seen the trailer of the film? Has anybody? Now,
Yes.
what about this costume that Batman has made for himself? I mean, maybe that has
With
something
the
to do
armor
with
and
it
stuff?
too.
I think they're going to put
Potentially.
in a twist that armor is potentially made of kryptonite or has some kind of kryptonite effect into it, because I don't think he would just bust out general armor for a battle with Superman.
Okay.
I think the real issue here is you got Batman versus Superman, but more importantly this year, it's Iron Man versus Captain America. That's the bigger fight.
Yes, but we know how that one ends.
Yeah. Have you read
Captain
the
America
comics?
dies.
I
We don't know.
Spoiler
how
alert.
that
First of all,
Spoiler
they're always
alert.
adapting. You can't always go by stuff like that. And I'm a movie guy. I'm not into the comics. I don't like reading these words right here. I can't even look at them.
He doesn't even read.
I
folks.
just
he
don't
doesn't
read.
know how to. He's the worst scientist ever. I mean,
That's true.
When he speaks, it sounds like. Exactly. So words? What are words? Okay. So, but when it comes down to it, Superman, Batman, here's my opinion. Batman, when he faced him first, had kryptonite in his pocket. He was able to dismantle him. But what happens in the end of every superhero battle against each other? They eventually team up against a villain. And that is exactly what we're going to see when they face off. They will both team up against a bigger foe. And that's my opinion on the matter. So, moving on. I think I won that one, but so
We had no time to prepare on that
we've got to wrap up the show here, though, folks. And now's that time where I'm faced with the task of choosing one of these panelists, who was the best, who had the best opinion, fought the best, fought the hardest, looks best in their costume, and well, I'm going to have to choose Miss Rodriguez here, Caitlin. So Caitlin, after this, we'll be giving you 30 seconds, but I have to say, please stay tuned to cable channel 12, where you can watch all our other CTV programming, including this very program, Commotion. And we'll be back next time. But Caitlin, the floor is yours to rant and rave about whatever you want. Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, 30 seconds. First, some shameless advertising, except this dude's kind of scaring the hell out of me over here. Shameless advertising, CTV meets every single Tuesday during free period. We shoot Commotion every other Wednesday at 7, and we're getting together some people to do Last Resort next semester, which is going to be a Saturday Night Live style skit show. So if you know how to write skits, if you want to learn, if you want to audition to be an actor, we are welcoming anybody. So thanks a lot, and stay classy.